Okay, we have the budget in millions of some movies, and then their gross in millions, and we want to write a regression equation for them. Now, before we write a regression equation, we need to decide, is the regression equation even useful? And to do that, you need to really run a correlation. Now, you can do this all with the regression function, but there is a couple of steps. You want to start by creating a scatter plot, kind of, look at it visually, because a lot of times you can tell by the scatter plot, is this even worth pursuing? Like, should I even be trying this? So look at that, and I can sort of see a linear pattern. I can see a progression that the numbers are going in a positive direction. I'm like, this might work. Might be able to get a decent estimate. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. I'm like, okay, there might be a pattern there, and obviously, movie makers hope the more they spend, the more they're going to make. We know that necessarily isn't true, but that's the theory. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the regression. So I am going to go up here to data analysis, and I'm going to go down to regression. And then I'm going to put in, so my Y is going to be my gross. The problems usually will tell you when you're setting up your project, you get to decide, what works for you. Labels are in the first one. I want it to put it over an M. I could click on all of these depending on what you want to do. For instance, some of these would help with assessing normality if that was something you were interested in as well. Okay, so here's my output. So a couple things that I care about. First of all, here's my R value up here, right here, my R square. And this is what I'm going to use to decide if I can use this. So what I need to look up is I have 15 pairs, and I'm doing it at a 0.05 level. So my value is 0.514. So my value needs to be either greater than 0.514 or less than negative 514, and it is. I can see at 0.685 it is. So I'm like, okay, good, I can use this. I've got a decent positive correlation. Some movie maker is happy. So then I'm going to write my regression equation, which is y equals 23.1 equals 1.2 x, and I'm using these two values right here, okay? So my intercept, and then this is my budget million, my x value, this is my coefficient. So that's my equation. Then I can take this and I can make a prediction like, okay, if I budget $130 million, what should I expect to gross? Well, it's going to be 23. Oh, I put an extra one in there, didn't I? That was just 23. This should be 23 plus 1.2 times 130, which is 179 million. So my best prediction would be that this movie should gross about 179 million based on a budget of 130 million. Now, obviously, is it going to be dead on? No. I didn't have the world's best thing, but I did, have enough to get a statistically prove a correlation, so then I can use my regression. And as you do this, you'll make sure first you want to test to make sure that you can use it, and then you create your equation. And then once you've done that, then you can go back and go, okay, what question do I want to answer?